Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing great today. In my last video, we tried to install the OEM Cloud Control, and that was done successfully. And I did promise that in my next video, I'll show you how to add a target. And this is what this video is all about. Now, for this particular session, I have a database I want to add as a target to be monitored. Okay. So as you can see from my screen, this is my OEM server. You can see root at OEM server, right? And then this is the database I want to add as a target. And then you can see root at SRV1. Now, this database is resident on another of my computer that is just beside me, but I'm connected to it through the mobile XTEM SSH client. And the reason I use mobile XTEM is so that I can easily alternate between the both tabs. So for today, I'm not using a POTI session. You can use a POTI session if you want, but I chose to use mobile XTEM so it will make my life a bit easier. Now, as a first step, before you add any targets, you need to ensure that your OEM server can actually see the other machine, in terms of network. And so to do that, I'm going to add the IP address and host name to the /etc/host files on both machines so that they can communicate to each other. And to do that, I'm logged in as the root user on both machines, right? So first and foremost, let's reveal our host name here. Host name, so you can see OEM SRV. Okay, that's our OEM server. And then let's also reveal the host name for the database machine. Okay, so you can see our host name here, srv1.local domain. Now, the next thing I want to try to do is to type vi space /etc/hosts just to reveal the IP address and then the host name. Okay, the same thing I'm going to do here, vi space /etc/hosts. Of course, you know that to start typing, you have to hit letter I to get into insert mode. I'll do same here. And then the first thing I want to do is to copy this entire thing and then come here and paste. And then I'll also copy this one and then come to this point and paste. Then to save, you first hit the escape key, shift column, WQ, and enter to save. I'll do same for the other machine. Escape, shift column, WQ, and enter to save. So I'm very sure that both machines can communicate to each other. Okay, so to confirm that both machines can actually communicate with each other, I'll try to ping SRV1 from OEM SRV. So you can see we're able to ping SRV1. Now I'll go to SRV1 and then try to ping OEM SRV. That's our OEM server. So it is now confirmed that both machines can communicate with each other, right? However, in a production environment, your DNS server should be able to resolve this, so you don't have to go through this process. So I just cleared my screen now. And then what I'll try to do is come to the target machine. You can see I'm already at SRV1. This is where my database was installed, right? The database I want to add as target. So I'll try to switch user as Oracle, and then I'll create a directory called agent. And then let me change directory to agents and then do pwd to print the working directory, because I'll need this entire location to include in a portion of the activities I want to carry out when I want to install the agent. So now that this is done, another step I want to take is to connect assist.dba and then unlock the user dbsnmp account. That account would have been locked. I'll unlock that account and then change the password because you also need it. That will be your monitoring account for your Oracle Enterprise Manager Cloud Control. Okay. So for that, I'll do SQL plus space / assist.dba and then enter. So let's confirm that the account is either locked or not locked. So I'll run this select statement, select account underscore status from DBA underscore users, where username like DBSN, just assuming you don't know the correct name. Okay, so now you see that this account is expired and locked. You would actually need this account as your monitoring account on your OEM Cloud Control. So you need to unlock the account and change the password. Okay, so for that, we first use alter user dbsnmp account unlock. The account has been unlocked now. And then you want to also change the password because I don't know what the current password is. So alter user dbsnmp identified by. So let me use a very strong password, or capital letter O hash hash 1234. I think this is a strong password. So the user has been altered, password has been changed, account unlocked, and then let me exit this. So the next thing I want to try to do is to go to the VirtualBox window, okay, and log in as the Oracle user. So now that I'm logged in as the Oracle user, I'll just come to applications and then open my Firefox browser because I want to log on to the Enterprise Manager Cloud Control console, okay? So I'll come here and then I already have this because we've logged in before. So username will be sysman and then password. Remember the password you used when you were doing the installation, okay? Not now. Okay, so the first time you log in, you get to this page directly, okay? And this whole activity is about trying to add a target. So we're going to see how to do that real quick. First, come to setup and then point to add targets and then add targets manually. This is what you want to click. Now, when you get to this page, the first thing you want to do is to install agent on host because this host has not been monitored before. So you first install the agent on the machine on the target you want to monitor. So for that, I'll click install agent on host. And then for the session name, let me just edit it to say add underscore CDB because the database we want to add as target is actually CDB, okay? So let me just give the session name. You can use whatever name you want and then come down here to click on this plus button to add the host. Then give the host name as srv1.local domain and then select the platform Linux x86-64. After that, just go ahead and click on next. Now, in this installation base directory field is where you want to impute the complete location of the directory you just created where you want the agent to be installed, okay? Remember, we are done pwd to reveal this. So I'll just copy this and then come back here, paste it. And then by default, this directory will pop up. Then scroll down a bit, look at this portion. It says no named credentials defined, no named credentials defined. So what you want to try to do is to click on this plus to add named credential. Now, by the way, named credential is something you want to take note of, because in a situation where you have, let's say, 1,000 databases and you want to manage them, you cannot be remembering all of the passwords and then all of the login details for 1,000 databases. So these named credentials and host credentials will make your life a lot easier, right? So once you see the name credential, you can easily identify it with the database you want to manage. Okay, so for this, you give the name of the Oracle user and then the password. Confirm the password. For run privileges, you can leave it as none. And then for this name, you can give it as SRV1 underscore Oracle. So you know which server this user exists. And then click on OK. Sorry, let me just add this. I think I tried creating one before this time. So I just edited the name now and then click on OK. So that has been done. Now, the next thing we want to try to do again is to click on this plus for root credential. And then we'll give the name as root. We give the password of the root user. Confirm the password. Run privilege, you can leave it as none. And then to rename, what you can always remember with, you say SRV1 underscore root. Okay, so it becomes easier for you to identify. Click on OK, and then you are good. The port, you can leave the default, and then click on next. Say not now. Now you can review your information, and then after review, just go ahead and click deploy agent. So the process has started. It will initialize and then perform some prerequisite checks before the deployment will actually take place. This will take some time, so I'll pause the recording until this is done before we continue with the next step. Okay, guys, as you can see, the agent's deployment has been done successfully, okay, without any errors. So now that this is done, what we want to try to do now is to add what we actually want to monitor, okay? And for that, I'll come back to setup, point to add target, and then again, add targets manually. But this time around, because we have installed the agent on the host machine, I would click add using guided process. And then on this list, I'll choose Oracle database, listener, and automatic storage management, because I want to monitor a database and all of its components, okay? So I'll just click on add. And then on this page, if I click on this search button, it will show me a list of hosts that we've already added to this machine, okay? So as you can see, we have srv1.local domain that we just added now, okay? So this is what I'm going to select. And then on this page, just go ahead and click on next. Now on this database discovery page, what you want to do is to check this box for listener and then this box for your database. And then this is the point where you want to impute your DBSN MP password, because this is actually the monitoring account for your Enterprise Manager Cloud Control. And if you remember, we already change this password. Okay, let me refresh your mind. Alter user DBSNMP identified by this password. So this is the password we are going to give. I'll just come here and then paste the password and say test connection. Okay, guys, you can see the test connection was successful. So we'll go ahead and click OK and then click on next. And then finally click on save. Now, before we click on save, one of the things you'll observe is all of the details for the target we are monitoring. Okay, we have a pluggable database, ORCL PDB. But all of this will be displayed by the time the target is completely added. So I'll just go ahead and click on save. And then let's wait a bit. Now you can see that the following targets have been saved. You see all of the details. And then if you close this, then now go to targets, click on all targets, and then scroll down. You'll see every details relating to both the host machine and then the database and all of the components that are being monitored, including the listener, right? So this hourglass that you can see shows you that in the back end, the process of adding all of the targets is ongoing. So give it some minutes. It will take some time. Give it some minutes, and then everything will turn green, and you see that all of these things are up. So let's wait a while. I'll just pause the recording for now until everything turns green. Okay. Okay, so you can see that everything is now green and it's showing that it's up and running, right? So let us now go to the main page. So what can you see? This is the main container, the root container of the database. You see that it is up. If I click this drop-down list, you see the pluggable database that was installed in this root container. So let me click ORCL PDB. You can also see that that is up, right? So from this page, you can perform your administrative duties. For instance, if you click on administration and then go to storage, look at table spaces, give your username as sys, and then your password, connect as sysdba, and then log in. You can monitor the table spaces from here, and then if they are getting filled up, of course, you can add a data file or create new table spaces, right? You click on security, you can manage your users from here. You can manage roles and profiles. There are a whole lot of things you can do with your enterprise manager. Schema, you can manage your schema objects from this page. And then for availability, you can perform your backup and recovery from this very page. And of course, you can do your performance monitoring from this page as well. So this is just one database. You can add as many as you want. You can add up to 1,000, 2,000 databases if you want, and manage all of them from this single tool. So guys, this is the essence of this video, to show you how to add your targets and then monitor them from here. So guys, I want to say thank you for staying tuned till the end of this video. I hope this video was interesting to you. If it was, please like it and share it widely. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out whenever I upload another valuable content. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.